Apparently, Ryan Coogler
Oh yeah, he got
was held at gunpoint. I didn't see this in the news. I
I
watched it.
did.
I
I
watched
saw
it.
it trending on Twitter.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Well, everyone else in the world's aware of this. I kind of assumed it wasn't surprising to see it on the dock. Like,
Yeah.
I have the only reason I saw it was because somebody spoke about it on a podcast. That's the only reason I heard about it. I didn't even see it on Twitter or anything like that.
how often are you even on Twitter?
I'm not. To be
Exactly.
honest, I'm barely on.
I'm on
anything.
Twitter all the time.
Great.
So that's why you're out of date. Yeah.
Well, Ryan Coogler was shot and killed.
Yep, that's what happened.
Yeah.
All right. Can somebody explain what happened? I kind of got the gist of it. So the woman, so he goes up to the,
He's just going to the bank to
He's
do
just
some
black
stuff
in
at a
America,
bank. Yeah, that's
basically.
essentially it. He was a black man going to a bank, and they were like, "No, he
wasn't it-
must be robbing the place."
wasn't it a black woman teller?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think
All
it was
I'm
a
saying
black
is that-
woman teller who called the police and said this guy's suspicious.
No. So he was. So okay.
Because he slipped her,
He slipped her a note. But
slipped her a
here's the
note.
thing.
Because you're not supposed to say how much you want, especially if you wanted $12,000 in cash.
Exactly. Like I'd slip a note too. He wanted, yeah. Like if I wanted anything,
I wouldn't. I didn't even know that was a
He
thing.
wanted
until I-
director of Black Panther money. So
exactly. Like if I had that kind of money and I was like, well, let me take out this much.
let me announce to everyone surrounding me that I am just probably so much wealthier than they.
Yeah. Like, do I want to get beat up when I leave the bank? Maybe that's because it's like, I don't know. I grew up in New York. There's no way I'm telling anybody I'm taking that much money out of the bank.
Yeah, the only thing I've ever gone into a bank to do is put money in it. There's no why would I ever go there and talk to someone about like the money I want to take out of it? Like we don't need to have a conversation about that. Unless of course it's something that you can't get out of an ATM, which is that scenario.
But also the thing is he wrote it on the back of his slip. Like he gave her a withdrawal slip and on the back he wrote like be discreet
Yeah.
when handing it. So like his bank account was on the fucking slip.
But
Yeah.
also, but why do you need $12,000? I mean, that's a whole side. I guess I know it doesn't matter. I'm also, but this is
also
Because
just-
he's rich.
Yeah, this is rich people shit. I don't
That's
know what
literally
he
like
needs
$1 to
$12,000
him.
for. Yeah, I don't know what he needs it for, but like
saying you
it's
can't use
not
you can't use a credit card for the type for whatever you needed to.
Probably
Sometime-
not. What if he wants to go
sometimes
to the
you-
strip club? Like the
yeah,
fuck?
throw a fucking one of those like those debit cards you get that just has like a preset amount on it at strippers.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
Just like these are all like the debit cards I got for like birthdays from relatives who didn't know me. Like here you go, here's 20. All with individual dollars on them. You know, like you take out that money, like maybe you're just buying like all the weed he wanted and didn't want it to be like traceable. Who the fuck knows what
Exactly.
he wanted to do with
Like,
it?
it
But,
literally
you get
doesn't
cash
matter.
when basically you don't want a paper trail. And that could be a million things.
He also had sunglasses on, but honestly, if you lined 5 guys up, I wouldn't even. I don't think I'd be able to. I mean, I probably would, but I don't think random people in the street know who he is. Just like,
Well, yeah, he's a director. He's not normally like he's not in front of the camera. So like
I mean, I feel like we would know, I guess, who he is, maybe, possibly, but
I gotta be honest. I don't think I would know. Like I would be like, oh shit, that guy looks familiar. But I wouldn't be like, who? It would be more
Right.
like a who is that?
even if I saw him, I wouldn't think that it was actually him because I'd be like, I don't know, like his his attributes don't stand out. Like he's not like he doesn't look different than anybody else. Like he's not like a unique looking person.
Yeah, I was gonna say most directors aren't, and that's partially probably why they're directors, is that they're not very distinct looking people.
Yeah.
Like as much as like I've seen like Spielberg in interviews and Lucas and stuff. Actually, I could probably pick out Lucas. Lucas is a kind of an odd looking dude, but Spielberg, I don't think if you just like lined it up, I'd be like, there's another bearded white man. Sure.
You don't
Like-
if Spielberg walked past you, you wouldn't notice him. I don't know if that's true.
Well, if you walked past me and I was really close and I got like a whole fucking 30 seconds to just stare at the guy, things that never happen with anyone that passes me, then I could probably eventually be like, I think that's Steven Spielberg. But it wouldn't, if we were like walking down like, I don't know, Fifth Ave in Manhattan, and I passed him on the same sidewalk going the opposite direction, I wouldn't be like, holy shit, I think that guy was Steven Spielberg.
Well, that's why celebrities are like New York, right? Because like I'm with you, Jake.
No, but I will find Will
past
Smith.
A bunch of people.
If I will definitely notice Will Smith if he passes me. Like there are different. There are some people that are just like
levels
exactly. I'm saying that like a lot of directors, even if you see them in interviews a lot, even if they're like the big names, don't look like. They're not super distinct. Like it's not part of what their career to be visually, like personally distinct.
Yeah.
So,
but even like A and B listers, I've probably walked past a ton of fucking A and B listers and have no fucking idea.
I mean, just being on like I'm like the whole Jesse Eisenberg thing. I was like, damn, this is kind of a really big deal. But then when you're on set with them, it's like, dude, I don't even think I would be able to spot either of these people if we were just like at a restaurant and I walk past them. Like,
well, he looks kind of normal, to be fair.
He's
it's
like
really his
height.
delivery that's unique. Like there's like a Jesse Eisenberg like speech delivery type thing. It's not really about how he looks as much as it is like, oh, he's got like a kind of type. He has characters that he's like good at playing.
Right. I mean, he's definitely more distinct than her. Like I would definitely, I feel like I'd probably notice him with the mask, you wouldn't even realize it was him. But Claire Danes, she just looks like any old basic white lady. Like there's no way you would be able to spot her outside.
I have to be honest. Personally, I don't know if I would really spot anybody unless there was like if Will Smith was walking down the street in Manhattan. I don't know if I'd recognize him unless he had like people around him. Like an entourage or something. I don't know if like we were actually just walking past each other. I would be like, oh, that's Will Smith.
No, I spotted. Who did I spot? I spotted Bobby. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Bobby Kennedy?
Nope. Bobby Cannavale. Cannavale, the guy who was in Vinyl, lasted like one season on HBO.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, look him up. And then the guy from Del Toro's monster movie, the main guy.
Okay, that's a really specific. Yeah, the one monster movie Guillermo del Toro's ever done. Just one. He's only done one movie.
Under the Sea. Under the Sea with the you know what I'm talking about.
You met the
monster under the sea.
Lobster from Little Mermaid.
yeah, I met the Little Mermaid
Sebastian.
walking. No.
That's
the sea.
That's the little lobster.
Anyway, yeah, those were spottable, but nobody else spotted them but me. I was just walking by and I went, oh, and they kind of just kept going because I think they realized that I spotted them and they were like, nope, not happening. Not today.
Spotted at I think I talked about this on the podcast already. If not on, then just like while we were talking before or after. But I ran into Mark Rebier at a Flaming Lips concert a couple months ago. And it was like I was going to get like a drink at the bar, and he was like walking through the door, and it was like there was like no question. And I'd say like I think it's just because I've seen him so fucking often, but like he's not like wildly distinct. Most of the time, it's just like he's the guy. He's a talented dude who's always performing in his underwear. Like, but he wasn't in his underwear at the Flaming Lips show.
I think he's pretty distinct. He's got like cool facial hair, and his hair is great too. Like he's Yeah,
but there's a lot. We were in Brooklyn. There's a lot of like
everybody looks
skinny
like
white, long-haired brunettes out there.
That's where he lives, I guess, right? He lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I bet. I don't know. I've never taken the time, but I know it's New York, so good chance.
That's so funny. He was just there. He wasn't performing. He was just hanging out.
Nah, I think he was just like, I think he was there with either his girlfriend if he has one, or like just a girl, because there was clearly with someone.
It's got to be a girl. No way he's got a girlfriend.
See, I also think like I just don't remember things, because like I met this super famous guy, not Brad Pitt, but it's like on the level of Brad Pitt. And I don't even
But
remember.
you don't remember him?
Nope,
George Clooney.
I don't. And I know like everybody was freaking out because I was filming The Assistant, the Harvey Weinstein movie.
Mhm.
And the whole movie was in this office building in Manhattan. And one day, the trailers for these two super famous actors were outside, the girl and the boy. And on our lunch break, the boy came out of his trailer and a bunch of us met him and everybody was gassed. And I remember, but I can't even remember who it was.
Can't we just look up The Assistant and see who the actors were?
Well, no, because it wasn't our movie. It was another movie that had the trailers outside.
Gotcha.
The Assistant
Right,
I was
that's
working
what I was
on,
doing.
so I remember.
That's what I was doing. Was looking up like who's on The Assistant, and I realized like I don't know any of these people.
No,
So I was
yeah,
like, who
the
the
assistant
fuck?
the assistant was Julia Garner, and like Patrick Wilson was in it. I don't really remember, but I remember James Shamus was a producer, and I was gassed that he was producing.